Top 3 forbidden compliments that make women drool over you. Stoicism. A man who understands the power of his words holds the keys to both connection and attraction. Zrenie, Marcus Aurelius, Perios Myslin. There's something almost magical about saying the right words at the right time. Not flattery, not rehearsed lines, but compliments that land deep, touching something in a woman's spirit that she didn't even know was waiting to be seen. Now imagine you had that power, not through manipulation, but through awareness, through understanding what most men never will. Because here's the truth, women crave a certain kind of compliment, but they will never tell you what it is. Why? Because the moment you say it without being told, that's when they feel truly understood. The problem is, most men aim too low. They compliment a woman's looks and think that's enough. But a high-value man, a stoic man, knows that true attraction begins in the mind and soul. He knows how to speak directly to her inner world. And when he does, she doesn't just notice him, she remembers him. You want to know how to flip the switch, how to move from being just another guy to someone she can't stop thinking about? It starts with 3 compliments, each one carefully crafted, deeply rooted in authenticity, and completely forbidden in mainstream dating advice. These aren't pickup lines. These are verbal doorways into emotional intimacy. If she's already interested, these words will deepen the spark. And if she's not yet there, watch what happens when you speak to the part of her that's been waiting for a man who actually sees her, not just her beauty, but her essence. This isn't about charm. This is about truth. Compliments that pierce through the noise and make her feel uniquely admired. And when she feels that way around you, everything changes. So before we dive in, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and tap the bell so you don't miss any of the wisdom we're about to unlock. This is where attraction meets mastery. Let's begin. Number 1. Compliment beyond the surface. There's a certain kind of man, a rare kind, who doesn't just compliment a woman, he awakens something in her. He doesn't toss out lazy words or seek approval. Instead, he sees her, truly sees her. While most men waste their breath on shallow praise, thinking that "you're beautiful" or a dozen heart emojis will earn them a place in her mind, the high-value man moves differently. He plays a deeper game. He understands what Leonardo da Vinci meant when he said, "Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication." That man isn't competing for attention, he commands it. Because when he speaks, every word has weight. It isn't about flattery, it's about recognition. The right compliment, delivered at the right moment, becomes unforgettable. And not because it inflates her ego, but because it touches something deeper. The effort she thought no one noticed. The choice of scent she wore just for him. The shade of lipstick she hesitated on that morning. The slight nervous gesture she makes when he walks into the room. He catches it all. And when he does, she feels seen. Not as an object, but as a masterpiece. That's the art of complimenting beyond the surface. And it's forbidden to most, because most men haven't mastered the discipline it requires. To be observant, to be intentional, to be silent until the right moment, that takes restraint. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, the soul becomes dyed with the colour of its thoughts. So ask yourself, what colour do your words leave on her soul? When you notice not just how she looks, but how she chooses to present herself, that's when your compliment becomes a mirror, reflecting not her appearance, but her inner world. That's what draws her closer. It's not the words, it's the precision, the awareness, the sense that she's in the presence of a man who understands. But here's where average men fall off. They hesitate. They fear being misunderstood. They ask themselves, what if I sound strange? And that hesitation becomes their downfall, because attraction rewards boldness, not recklessness, but grounded confidence. A king does not ask for permission to speak. He speaks, and when he does, people listen. The same applies to you. When you compliment with calm certainty and without expectation, you spark something primal. You trigger curiosity, interest, a quiet pull she can't explain. You separate yourself from every man who ever tried too hard. Remember, the wrong compliment makes you invisible. The right one makes you unforgettable. Don't praise what she was born with, praise what she chose. And never do it from a place of need. Do it from strength, from clarity, from the understanding that she's not your reward, you are hers. So let your words reflect that. Let them be few, but sharp, quiet, but striking. Because the high-value man doesn't speak to impress, he speaks to impact. Now here's your challenge. Start observing. Watch closer. Compliment less, but mean it more. Speak with calm power. And walk away if she's not aligned with your standard. You're not here to chase. You're here to choose. If you're ready to step into that mindset, drop a comment right now. I control my mind. I control my destiny. Because that's not just a statement. It's the armor of a man who knows exactly who he is. Number 2. Compliment her personality. Complimenting a woman's personality is a lost art among modern men, yet it remains one of the most powerful and irresistible gestures, because while the world is busy praising lips, hips, and curves, the man of wisdom praises essence, energy, and soul. A true Stoic doesn't chase what fades, he recognizes what endures. As the quote goes, "A king sees beyond the surface, that's why he wins." And this is not mere flattery. It's strategic, it's soulful, it's strength. When you're the man who notices her discipline, her grace under fire, her calm when others crumble, you stand apart in a sea of superficiality. You're not the man she forgets. You're the man she replays in her mind when she's alone. Imagine this in real life. The usual guy throws out a "you're gorgeous," hoping it lands. But you lean in, steady and sure, and say, you carry yourself with such calm presence, it's rare to see someone so centered. That right there? That touches her identity, not just her appearance. And as Marcus Aurelius once reminded us, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. When your compliments come from a place of inner stillness and sharp awareness, you become a man of high value, a man who sees deeply and speaks meaningfully. The woman you're speaking to feels safe, recognized, and most importantly, respected. In today's world, where likes are bought and attention is cheap, authenticity is the new currency. So take notice of what makes her, her sense of humor, her clarity in chaos, her thoughtful words. And when you speak on those things, speak with calm certainty, not to impress, but to express insight. Because in the game of attraction, as in life, the man who sees beyond the surface and speaks to the soul doesn't chase. He draws her in without even trying. If you've ever noticed a woman differently than most men do, I want to hear from you. Share your experience in the comments. Let's show the world that depth still wins. Now, prove your mindset. Comment below. I see beyond the surface. That's why I win. Number 3. Compliment her energy and vibe. Complimenting her energy isn't just some clever trick. It's a display of high-level masculine awareness, the kind only a Stoic master of presence and perception understands. While the average man parrots tired lines about beauty, the man who commands respect, desire, and reverence sees deeper. He feels deeper. He speaks to the soul, because in a world flooded with superficial praise, it is the man who says, "Your energy lights up a space in a way that words can't explain," who leaves an unforgettable impression. That's not game. That's truth. That's power. Marcus Aurelius said, "The soul becomes dyed with the colour of its thoughts." So when you tell a woman, "There's something about your presence that makes time slow down," you're not complimenting her looks, you're complimenting her essence. And that, my friend, is the kind of compliment that echoes in her mind long after you're gone. This is where most men fail. They try to impress. A Stoic captivates. He sees her radiance not just in how she looks, but in how she makes the moment feel richer. That's the type of woman worth complimenting. But here's the catch. Only a man who owns his own energy can recognize hers. Your compliment only works if it comes from a place of internal strength, not validation-seeking weakness. A man who embodies stillness, who walks into a room and commands respect without needing a word, naturally understands what it means to say, "You make the ordinary feel extraordinary." That's not a line, it's a reflection of your vision. So don't throw compliments like candy, deliver them like a king presenting a rare jewel. Speak directly, speak decisively, then live it. Don't just tell her she shifts the energy, you shift it too. That's Stoic magnetism, that's power. Women fall for men who make them feel, not just men who talk. Because energy doesn't lie. Compliment hers wisely and then back it up with your presence. Now, if you felt that shift in your thinking just now, it's because deep down you know this is truth. Comment below. My presence speaks louder than words. Like this video, subscribe for more timeless wisdom, and remember, rare men give rare compliments. Be that man, be unforgettable. Comment below, I control my mind, I control my destiny. If you understand the power of presence, if you're ready to elevate your game, if you're done with surface-level attraction and want to command attention without chasing, like, comment, and subscribe. The world belongs to those who understand how energy works. Make sure you're one of them. Number 4. Compliment her behavior and actions. Complimenting a woman's behavior and actions is one of the most overlooked and yet most magnetic ways to pull her emotionally toward you. And when done with the poise of a Stoic man, it becomes an art form. Instead of the shallow praise that most men default to, "You're beautiful," or "You look sexy," you offer something deeper, something that touches her essence. When you say, "I love how thoughtful you are," or "There's something so calming about the way you carry yourself," you're not just describing her, you're defining the version of herself she wants to become. That's what makes it so powerful. It's like placing a mirror in front of her, but one that reflects her highest potential. And here's the secret. People grow into the compliments they receive. You're planting a seed. And as the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. So when you feed her soul with words rooted in emotional intelligence and presence, she begins to rise toward the light of those words. You become more than just a man. You become her mirror, her motivator, and her muse. Most men never touch this level of connection because they're too busy chasing visual appeal, forgetting that real attraction is an emotional experience. A man who knows how to stir a woman emotionally doesn't chase. He attracts. He doesn't try to own her. He inspires her to stay. This is the modern Stoic advantage. Influence without pressure, presence without demand, and affection without obsession. And when you move like this, you don't need to raise your voice to be heard. You're heard in silence. So remember, the compliment that changes everything isn't about her looks. It's about her light. If you truly want to stand apart, to make her feel seen in a way no man ever has, compliment the way she lives, the way she chooses, and the way she dreams. That's how you speak to her soul, and when you do, she'll never forget you. Now tell me, gentlemen, how many of you are ready to step into this power? Drop it in the comments. I speak to her soul, not just her eyes. If that's you, hit that like button and subscribe, because this is just the beginning of mastering real masculine power. Number 5. Compliment her progress and achievements. A real man, one grounded in inner strength, emotional intelligence, and ancient Stoic wisdom, knows that the most magnetic compliments are the ones that go deeper than the surface, deeper than beauty, deeper than charm. One of the most forbidden yet profoundly effective compliments you can give a woman is recognizing her progress and achievements. While other men are busy complimenting her looks or chasing validation through shallow praise, you must rise above the noise and see her for who she's becoming. This isn't about manipulation. It's about presence. It's about pausing to acknowledge her fight, her climb, her silent battles, and hard-won victories. Tell her, the way you push yourself forward despite everything, it's truly powerful, and watch her light up in a way she didn't even know she could. That's the moment you're no longer just a man in her eyes. You become someone who sees. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." A good man builds others, not with empty words, but with grounded encouragement. In today's world, noisy, competitive, disconnected, women rarely feel seen. So when you show her that you notice her effort, that you respect her grind, that her growth isn't invisible to you, you're doing something divine. You're aligning yourself with the Stoic ideal, leading with dignity, remaining emotionally centered, yet offering unwavering support. This is what it means to be a rock, a foundation, not a man who needs attention, but one who gives direction. And let's be clear, this isn't just about making her like you. It's about elevating the quality of your connection, inviting her into a bond where mutual respect, progress, and admiration live. The truth is, when a woman feels safe to grow beside you, she won't want to leave you. Why would she? You're not a momentary thrill. You're her mirror, her anchor, her king. So be the man who complements her evolution, not just her appearance. Use this power not to impress, but to uplift. And when you do, don't be surprised if she starts to look at you like no one else exists. That's not luck. That's mastery. Comment below. I see beyond beauty. I see her fire. Let's hear from the real men out there. Comment below. I uplift, I inspire, I lead. Let the world see that you are not just any man. You are a man who understands the Stoic rules of influence, power, and respect. Now, go out and lead. Thanks for sticking around till the end. I appreciate you taking the time to invest in yourself. Remember, the right words have power, but true confidence comes from within. When you master the art of giving meaningful compliments without seeking validation, you naturally stand out. So, apply what you've learned today and watch the difference it makes. If you found this video helpful, show some love by subscribing, hitting that like button, and sharing your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your experiences. Stay strong, stay confident, and I'll see you in the next video.